The Igbos call it Olubu. Esan call it Oriwo. Yoruba call it Ewuro. The English call it bitter leaf. But no matter which name you call it, Adun Higba Yewuro. That means it is sweetness that always ends bitter leaf taste. Now, these are the things you need for bitter leaf extract: the bitter leaf itself, water, as you can see here, then the sweetener, which is molasses. As you can see, the black strip molasses. We have discussed about this black strip molasses in our previous classes. We shall be leaving the link on the description below for you to watch those videos, and of course an electric blender. But now, why bitter leaf extract? Bitter leaf extract is very good in curing or controlling coccidosis disease in your farm, and as well as other poisonous substances that your chicken may ingest. Bitter leaf also acts as booster. Now let's open the blender and then pluck the leaves off the stem and put them inside the blender. And then after plucking the whole leaf, you add a little quantity of water. This is to enable the machine to be able to grind it, for you to be able to extract the paste or the juice, sorry. So now we have to cover it, switch on the power, and then run the blender. So as we are running the blender, we need to know the importance of bitter leaf. Bitter leaf is a very curative element in both human life and in the life of your animals. Bitter leaf has the ability to heal injury very, very fast. This is why when coccidosis eat up the intestinal wall of your chicken, bitter leaf help to quickly heal the injury up and then give it the healing it wants. And then also bitter leaf also help to neutralize poison. Now make sure that the blender blends this bitter leaf into a very, very smooth paste. Now get a wide bowl, which is going to be acting as our filtration bowl, and then in this my case I improvised a feed sack for the juice extraction, because the shaft that is left out of this juice extraction, you can actually use it to cook. I was actually trying to reserve the shaft from this extraction or this experiment for my wife to cook a very good egusi for me. You can imagine that. Okay, now what you just have to do is to pour in all the blended bitter leaf paste into the improvised sack, and then try as much as possible to squeeze it out of the sack. Just a quick digression, please. If you have not subscribed to our channel before, please do, because it encourages us to do more of these our videos. And then if you are just new here, please make sure you subscribe, and also let us have some feedback from you on our comment below, or you can chat up the number showing on your screen if you have other questions to ask us. So now what we are trying to do now is to make sure that we squeeze up the juice seriously with the improvised feed sack, so you don't have issue of saying, I don't have money to buy a sieve, or I can't get a sieve to buy. Now we are done extracting the juice. So you can see now it's very smooth, though you know that bitter leaf is always foamy. So that foamy effect is very, very good. So now what we got to do now is to turn the liquid back into, the juice back into the blender, so we can use the blender, the turning effect of the blender, to mix the molasses into it. Now you have the black strip molasses. What we got to do now is to turn a teacup full of molasses into the juice. This will help us to reduce the bitter taste so much so that the chicken will appreciate it, and also it helps to preserve this concoction. It helps to preserve this concoction, just like we have discussed in previous video where we discussed a little about molasses. Like I said before, the link of that video will be put on the description below. Please try and watch it so that you can follow up with this class. So now what we are going to do next now is to make sure we cover it so that it will not spill out where you are when you're on the blender. So we have on the blender so that it will help to mix up the molasses and the juice. Now we've removed the shaft already, as you guys could see before. We removed the shaft already, so we are now trying to blend the molasses in. Now we are done with that. So the next thing now is to make sure that we package our concoction. Remember, always keep medication or drugs out of reach of children. So when you package this one into a rubber or into a container, then make sure you keep it away from children, or you keep it in a place where it's very safe. Now you don't need to put this one in the fridge to preserve it. So now let us learn how to serve the concoction. Use 30 ml, or the cover of this jerry can is equivalent to 30 ml. Mix it to a 3 liters drinker, as you can see me doing here. 3 liters drinker to 30 ml. It should not be less than that, but sometimes when you overmiss, there is no overdose in agbo. There is no overdose in agbo. So this sorry for those who don't understand the Yoruba. Agbo is a native medical concoction, which is this organic medication we are preparing. So now that we are done mixing our concoction into the water, let's try and feed the water to our backyard coop, because I always have them in my backyard for all this experimental purpose. So most time we put our overflow chicken into this our backyard coop, or the chicken we are preserving for for family reservation and all that, we just keep them here. Now you can see that both turkeys and broilers are enjoying this original wine prepared by the master. They are feasting on the wine now. You can see them. Now let us proceed to the other side of the coop, where we have a whole lot of broilers and my big Tom. I call him my big Tom, the turkey. So we have about 3 turkeys within this place, 3 full mature turkeys. They really look at one white here, which is a female turkey. It's already laying eggs. And then the male there. And then that's all. Thank you very much.